My microphone this whole time. I was sitting here talking the whole time. I had my microphone on mute, the physical button on my Yeti, and did not realize it. So hopefully now you guys can hear me after however many minutes. I was talking for almost 5 minutes. Holy hell. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe I did that. Um, Anyway, as I was saying, there is no JB this week. It is just me. And before I go further, thank you, Slasher Fred, for pointing out that my audio was not working. Uh, God, I'm telling you, man, I have okay, real quick. So I have, as you guys know, I do Skewer Universe. I have done two recordings the last couple of nights. So Thursday and Friday, back to back recordings for Skewer Universe for 2 different months, one for this month, one for next month. So I have been podcasting a lot the last few days. So I apologize for not having sound for the first 5 minutes of the fucking show. But anyway, as I was saying, Tales of Shock and Terror Volume 2. It has been funded and then some. So I'm sure JB wants to thank every one of you for forking over your hard-earned dollars to help fund that project. I'm going to say thank you for supporting an independent artist, an independent project. Independent creators need to be supported, especially now. And it's awesome that you guys gave over your money. JB and I are actually, there is no comic. We're just going to go run off together to the Bahamas for a long vacation. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. No, that is funded. So everyone who backed will be getting their stuff. It's awesome. And thank you, because that means I'm going to get my stuff that I backed. So we're all winners. Oh, hey, look, it's Trekopedia. Hey, you missed out on me talking for almost 5 minutes with no goddamn audio. Yeah, I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. This is as professional as it gets. God, there is weird shit happening tonight with my green screen and everything. Holy hell, I don't know what's going on. It is so weird. It is so very, very weird. Oh, now I'm playing with enhancements on the fly, people, because I'm dumb like that. Oh my god. Yeah, see, now I'm trying to dial this in real quick. I'm dialing it in on the fly because it wasn't showing any of this weird shit before I logged in tonight, guys. So apologies. Oh, there I go. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. We're just going to leave it there. We're just going to roll with it. I mean, if I look straight into the camera, you'll see everything goes weird. That's why I always usually do an angle. I probably just need to get better lighting. Let's face it. It's probably better lighting that's needed. So anyway, as I said, originally we were going to do Tale of the Silver Sight Part 2 tonight, but we are moving those to next week since JB is under the weather right now. We're going to move those and cover both of those next week. Talk about that, wrap up that 3-part episode then. And then from there on, barring any huge changes in the schedule, we'll be continuing on with the rest of the season of Are You Afraid of the Dark after that. So tonight, I'm just kind of winging this and doing a very probably quick show. I mean, hell, I haven't even watched Tale of the Silver Sight yet, or Part 2. Simply because I knew earlier on we weren't going to be covering it today, so I was like, well, I'll just watch it later. So, little peek behind the scenes. And yeah, don't forget, down below, you can go to our website. I am not green, so I don't know why I'm being keyed out here. Very, very strange stuff. So anyway, yeah, head over to talesfromthepodcast.com. You can find a lot of our stuff over there. You can find links to Skewer Universe there, the Patreon, the link to buy the game, Tales from the Podcast, the fucking video game. I'm going to tell you, you should buy it, especially now. It's the holiday season coming up. You know you have friends or relatives who are looking for a fun game to play, and they're not into Black Ops, Call of Duty, they're not into Battlefield. You just don't know what they want, but they like old school style RPG games. So you should buy them this fucking game. Put down your hard-earned money, buy this game. It'll not only make your relations with your family better, it'll improve your sex drive. Your partner will be happier, you'll be happier. What more could you want? None of these claims have been verified. I'm just talking out of my ass hoping to sell some fucking video games. So, yeah, please buy the game. Anyway. So, yeah. This is just a breather week in between. Dude, everything is going to go wrong today. My green screen is going to wash out. I am getting really weird. Yeah, this is just this is the fucked week. That's what this is. Because everything that I try right now is so screwed up. I'm going to turn up the light and see. Nope, we're not going to go that far. Nope, we're not going to go there either. We're going to turn it down. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Yeah, a little bit. Not much. But, yeah. Maybe if I do that, maybe. Fuck it. Whatever. I keep saying that and then I keep adjusting shit. See, this is just a matter of I need to get my shit together. See, at least now I'm not muted, so you get to. Look like a Dragon Ball Z character. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what it is that is happening with this week. Maybe it's because I'm usually in a smaller window and not here. I'm here with JB and usually in a smaller window. I'm just going to turn off the background. You're going to see my green screen this week. I don't care. It's a lot easier now. Things are better. It's allergies week, so it's a skip like DC Comics used to do. Yeah, we'll call it that. I don't know, man. Oh, I do want to say, so for Skewered Universe, we are in Nick Cage November, and I just last night recorded probably the one episode we're gonna get to this month. Things have been crazy. Uh this show I know I can do once a week, but when it comes to Skewered Universe, if there are things during the week that come up, such as multiple doctor appointments, antibiotic rounds, things like that, I have to kind of move things around. So I haven't been able to record. I built up a fucking cushion of episodes for October for Skewered Universe, only to have that get depleted so quick that now I'm behind again. So what I'm hoping is I've recorded an episode of for Nick Cage November. A buddy of mine from a Discord group I'm in called Sickos Club joined me. We talked about the movie Mandy from 2018. So if any of you have seen the movie or you haven't, I'd say go check out the movie. And then next Thursday, that episode will release and you'll be able to listen to that. And then after November, we of course roll into holiday horror at the Skewered Universe. So we do Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Frightened? The theme month. So it's all Christmas holiday themed horror. And I've already got an episode for that recorded. And that is going to be on Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984. Not going to tell you who the guest is on that one. You can wait until it releases to find that out. Big surprise. I mean, it's not that big. It's not like I got somebody from the movie or some huge celebrity. Just a friend. What is it? What are you saying here, Trekopedia? Xena broke into Jeff's house and is messing with the. I'd be very impressed considering that Xena is in Ohio and I am in California. It'd be one hell of a trick for that dog. One hell of a trek for that dog. Holy shit, man. I'd feel terrible. Plus, then I'd have to feed her a bunch of Burger King, and I don't have that kind of money. Shit. I haven't even given it much thought. It's gonna happen whether I'm into it or not. So maybe I'll check it out. But I thought they already did one remake or something. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Hollywood has run out of ideas. They're going to remake whatever they want, and they're going to remake everything. And even though they pretty much already have, that's what's going to keep happening. So whatever they do, it's in the works. I just had a remake a few years ago. See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, is that there was a remake, that they just called it Silent Night, I think, right? Wasn't it just called Silent Night? I know there's another one about a dude who can't speak called Silent Night, but I mean the actual remake of this. It's weird because you wouldn't think a movie like that would be something that people would remake. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like, it's not exactly a well-known mainstream movie. Here we go. Trekipedia giving me all the information tonight. Yep, Silent Night with Malcolm McDowell. Holy shit. I didn't realize Malcolm McDowell was in it. That's a new one for me. I didn't realize he was in. I never looked into what was going on with it. I just knew there was a remake. I was like, okay, that happened. And also, I have not seen any of the sequels to the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. I know there's like 5 altogether, so like 4 sequel. I have no idea what any of those are. I will probably see them at some point, but yeah, that's where Skewer Universe stands right now. Is we got Nick Cage November. There may be another episode coming after that. I don't know. It may roll a little bit into December, but that's what's going on. So if you like the movie Mandy, or you just want to hear me and my friend Dan talk about Nick Cage and Mandy and go off on multiple tangents that have nothing to do with the movie, next Thursday, check that out when it releases. You'll be able to find all that information out on Facebook and all that. And then, like I said, we'll roll into the holiday stuff in December. Silent Night, Deadly Night being the first of the December episodes that will release. And then I'm actually not certain about the slate of shows after that. I'm still working out the details on that. So more to come on that front. Excuse me. Now, what are you saying here, Trekipedia? Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is where Garbage Day comes from. That I do know. That I do know. And I also know that it is basically the first movie told in flashbacks, and just a few new things added for part 2. So they shot some new scenes, but it's mostly just a rehash of what happened in the first one. That I do know. As far as anything else, I don't know. I know one of the sequels has Bill Moseley with like a weird dome and a brain underneath it. I know Mickey Rooney is in one of the sequels, Toy Maker, whatever. Look, man, I don't know. It's one of those franchises where it starts to get really weird the more you dive into it. And I know people talk about how Halloween went off the rails, but 3 is the only one that veered away from the Michael Myers storyline. And yeah, it gets weird, it gets convoluted, it gets crazy, but at least Michael Myers was still kind of a mainstay. And it's not as bad as what they did with Hellraiser, where they were just taking scripts and going, I don't know if we can use this. Hey, you know what? We own the rights to Hellraiser. Let's stick Pinhead in it. The fuck? The fuck were you thinking? Well, to be fair, we know what they were thinking. They're the Weinsteins, so probably how to pay off some other person they sexually assaulted. Sit here. Yeah, but at least they finished it and didn't run out of money like that infamous Sleepaway Camp sequel. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is true. They did finish. They did finish. Regardless of how we may feel, they did finish. Bill Moseley is in 3, Clint Howard 4, Mickey Rooney in 5. See, I wasn't sure of the order. I knew Moseley, Clint Howard, and Mickey Rooney were in them, but I wasn't sure. I think I knew Moseley was 3, but I wasn't sure how Clint Howard and Mickey Rooney were. I wasn't sure if they were the reverse order of what you just said there. So yeah, I would say fun stuff if I decide to dive into the sequels, but I'm not sure that's actually accurate. You know, I don't know if that's accurate or not. Um, I don't know. I'm looking forward to finishing out Silver Sight for next week. That's going to be interesting, as is the rest of this season. I think I don't, like I said, I don't know anything. I've never watched any of these, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Then after that, we'll just continue on with the rest of the episodes for the season that we're in. You know, maybe there's. Let me look and see. Maybe there's some horror news or something to talk about real quick. As you can tell, I didn't do any fucking prep for this show tonight. I'm doing everything on the fly. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, oh, speaking of Nick Cage, apparently there's a new movie of his coming out called The Carpenter's Son. I don't know. It's biblical horror. I don't know. Oh, what the? Are you fucking kidding me? Are no. Mm, you. Mm, mm, I do not understand wanting to remake Ice Cream Man because it is only as good as it's ever going to be. You had Clint Howard, you had Olivia Hussey. That's all you need. That's it. You don't need to remake Ice Cream Man. What the fuck? No, he said he's had the idea for 20 years. Just because you can't doesn't mean you should. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's maybe just come up with something original. That's kind of hard for most people, I guess. I mean, even Green Inferno was just, kind of a. So many people say rip off of Cannibal Holocaust. I'm going to say it was more of a rip off homage. We'll see. But yeah, they delayed Thanksgiving too. I still haven't seen the first Thanksgiving. I haven't seen it. I've been meaning to. I thought about veering away from Nick Cage November to do that, and I was like, "Fuck no, Nick Cage is more important." I don't know. I this tends okay. So for Thanksgiving, I've only heard of people either liking it or hating it. I have not really seen anyone in the middle ground for that. So I'm kind of curious if this is the going trend now, where movies are going to be so divisive that it's either love it or hate it. Because that tends to be even the new movie Weapons that came out. I have yet to see it, but anyone that I know that has seen it is one of two camps: love it or hate it. And it seems to be more rampant now that that's how movies are seen: love it or hate it. There's no middle ground like, well, I like what they did with this or that, but they lost me here, or overall it's fine, but I wouldn't rewatch. There doesn't seem to be that anymore. It's either love it or hate it, and I'm like, well, things aren't just so black and white like that. Some things are, but not every movie is a love it or hate it. There's got to be things that you can find that you like if you're just going with what the majority of people are saying, or you're trying to jump on the bandwagon of being like one of the cool kids. Then that's not even your opinion. Like, form your own opinion. Okay, what is this? Whenever I think about Thanksgiving, it reminds me of the fake trailer from Grindhouse and the split scene. My entire theater screamed and laughed. I wish I would have seen Grindhouse in the theater. I really wish I would have. I missed it and saw both movies separately, and then purchased the Blu-ray where you could watch everything together, including all the trailers. which is the only way to properly watch that movie. Yes, you can watch Death Proof separately. Yes, you can watch Planet Terror separately. But I think the best way to watch that is the full version with all of those fake trailers back to back. Yeah, it's going to be like 4.5, 5 hours of your time. But if you were going to watch two movies anyway, it's about the same. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro's version of Frankenstein is out on Netflix. It's been out for a little bit now. I have not seen it yet, so I'm going to check it out. Again, I've heard love it or hate it, and I don't understand. Okay, the more people that I say hate it, it seems like they don't understand what the story is, or they don't understand that Victor Frankenstein isn't a sympathetic character. He's actually the villain, and the creature isn't the monster you think it is. I don't know, man. Comprehension has like left the planet apparently. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just weird when I see people, and I haven't read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Okay. I have only gleaned what I know from all of the different movies I have watched where Frankenstein's monster and Dr. Frankenstein are in it, including that original Universal film. And even in that film, you can tell Dr. Victor von Frankenstein is not a good person. He is not sympathetic. He is not the hero. Anyway, what are you saying here, Trichopedia? Grindhouse was fun. I know it got an X multiple times due to just that scene, which is so dumb because they don't show anything. They show the knife, they show the splits, and they cut to a facial reaction. There's literally nothing. It's not like he showed the knife penetrating her, you know, her tender bits. What the fuck? That's so dumb that the X rating for horror is just an excuse for old stodgy white people to not let something get released the way it should be seen. And I kind of miss the late 90s, early to mid 2000s when DVDs and Blu-rays would get just released, director's cut, uncut, unedited, and you would get all that shit just right off the bat. There weren't two versions. It was, we're releasing this uncut version, especially if it was direct to DVD or direct to Blu-ray. It was always the uncut version, which I appreciated, because even if some things didn't make sense, you were seeing the director's full vision. And now everything has got to be so fucking focus grouped into oblivion. I don't confirm the new the Buffy new Sunnydale show for next year with it. Huh. I never watched the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. I tried later on to get into it. I mean, it's fine, but I think because I missed it during its original run, it's not interesting to me. Plus, I was never huge into vampires for the most part. I like some vampire movies, I love the Blade series. I love the original 30 Days of Night. I haven't seen any of the sequels for that. Uh, even Coppola's Dracula film. I didn't see it when it came. I saw it many, many years later. Even Interview with the Vampire, saw it many years later. And they're good. They're good movies. It's just I was never a hardcore vampire guy, I guess. I do like the original Buffy film, but it's not because of Christy Swanson. It's because Luke Perry, Rutger Hauer, and Paul Rubens. And all three of them are fucking dead. I just had that realization right now as I said that. Holy fuck. Let's see. Rumor was one of the show more, but MPAA said no. Yeah, that makes sense. The MPAA are a bunch of stuck up fucking asshats. see. Buffy show gets better as it goes on. Season 3 is my favorite. It's no Smallville. Hey, I enjoyed Smallville. Okay, and I was starting to do a rewatch last year, and then I just kind of fell off. I honestly can't tell you why I fell off during a rewatch of Smallville. I don't even think I'm out of the first season. Maybe I'm in season 2. I don't know. But now I don't have Hulu because I canceled it. I had too many streaming services and one had to go, and I was not really watching Disney Plus and Hulu, so I was like, "You're getting the axe." Plus, they kind of, yeah, no, we're not gonna go there. Oh, hey, if anyone hasn't seen, I'm just looking at some random horror news here. If anyone hasn't seen the movie Brightburn, which I really enjoyed, it's supposed to be hitting Netflix if you have that soon. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, check it out. It's actually pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I mean, you take the idea of Superman, you go, okay, but what if he wasn't raised to be altruistic and good and maybe he was a little I don't want to say antisocial, but yeah, antisocial and had really dark thoughts and allowed the intrusive thoughts to win and went full blown villain. That's Brightburn. So I would say check it out. It's gory. It's horrific. It's gory. It's a lot of fun. Okay, what are you saying here? You get Lois with Smallville season 4. Yeah, 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 Lois. I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes and think about Lois from Smallville. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm kidding. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so you guys have heard about all of these public domain horror movies. You know, the Steamboat Willie horror film, and there's a Popeye horror film. Apparently now Betty Boop is also getting her own horror film. I don't know. Hey, you know what? People are making shit. They're doing what they want to do. More power to them. I don't know if I'll. Well, okay. To be fair, I do have some of those waiting to be watched. I do. I have backed up my legally obtained copies. Uh, I mean, is it the same year we got Lois and Small was the same year I met my girlfriend that I'm with. Oh, nice, nice. Wait, is your girlfriend Lois Lane? Holy shit, Chuckopedia. Are you dating Lois Lane? Are you Superman? Tell me. You have to tell me right now if you're Superman. Can't lie to me. It's like that thing about cops. You have to tell me if you're Superman. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything interesting. I haven't seen Black Phone, so I can't tell you about Black Phone 2 because I haven't seen that either. I feel like there's no dude, am I just out of the loop on horror news for this? What month are we in? November. Let's see. Here, Lionsgate got the rights to Return of the Living Dead 3. They won't release those saying it's not. What the? Have they watched Return of the Living Dead Part 3? I mean, okay, look, after the abomination that was Return of the Living Dead Part 2, Part 3 is a lot of fun and kind of more of a direct follow up to the first one. The zombies are crazy. The zombies are weird. They're running. All sorts of weird shit's going on. And it's fucking Yasna doing it. So what the hell is wrong with Lionsgate? I used to think Lionsgate was really good and had their finger on the pulse, knew what they were doing. Now I'm thinking they just completely shit themselves. I do call her my Lois, and she calls me Smallville. Oh. Oh. No, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Lionsgate having the rights to Return of the Living Dead 3 and saying they won't release it. Ooh, ooh. Someone found the extra scenes included in the movie on eBay and just put it in their vault. Plus, Lionsgate took over the rights to Dogma and said they won't put it out in the States. Uh, Dogma is actually coming out on a 4K. I think Kevin Smith actually has the rights now. Because it's actually going to be released next month on 4K UHD Blu-ray digital combo. And released under Dogma Digital, which I believe is Kevin Smith's thing. Somebody actually in a Discord group I'm in made me aware of that yesterday. I almost went on and pre-ordered it, but it's $43. And considering I just bought myself 2 birthday presents, I can't go buying myself a Christmas present right now. Umbrella got the rights taken away from them by Lionsgate. It'll only be international. That's so fucking stupid. Like, just the fact that a lot of these studios have stuff and are like, it's not worth it to release it. It's like, you think it's not worth it. You need to put the information out there and ask the actual fans, hey, if we were to put out this Ultimate Edition version of Return of the Living Dead 3 with a cut that has all these extra scenes put back into it, which would essentially be a director's cut, or we're including all sorts of behind the scenes stuff that was never released before, would you guys be interested? Or if you're not willing to put up the fucking money, give it to somebody like Shout Factory. It's that simple. I know Criterion is probably, well, actually, Criterion has released some really odd ones that they've released some that I don't understand how they're Criterion movies, but hey, all for preservation. Lionsgate has also refused to work with boutique labels like Arrow for Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 on. Oh my god. Dude, what happened to Lionsgate? Because at one point, Lionsgate used to be the place where you would get all this sort of shit. Like, when Universal backed out of releasing Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, Lionsgate was one that stepped in. So what the fuck happened? Dude, the older I get, the more I realize that all these production houses, all these studios, distributors, and whatever, it's just capitalism bullshit, and it's really dumb. It's really fucking dumb. They're greedy, almost as bad as WB and their Elm Street BS guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Elm Street thing. I wanted to get that box set, and then they're like, "We're only releasing so many, and then it's done." It's like, what the? Have you not heard us all clamoring for a real fucking box set? Like, yes, I have that Blu-ray set they released, several years back of all the Nightmare movies. Yeah, I have the Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set too. But that collection they put out on Blu-ray was a half-assed, very minimally done thing. Hardly any extras on it or whatever. Now you finally look and you do some 4K shit, and then you go, yeah, but we're only going to release so many because you guys probably don't really want it anyway. The fuck is wrong with you? At least, okay, like when I think it was Scream Factory did the Halloween release, the entire Halloween series, they had the major big collector's box, which I missed out on. But then they also went, hey, you won't get all those extras and all the different covers and everything, but here's all the movies still in this other collector's edition that is just not the ultimate edition. And that's what I have. And at least they did that. So, I mean, if you're like, hey, we're not going to run any more of the steel books, it was a limited run. If you got them, you got them, but we're still going to put out, like, what the fuck? Because to do more steelbooks because they're going to separate steelbooks. My thing is, they only want to do separate steelbooks because that means more money, and they're going to charge a premium for each one of those. I love steelbooks. I have multiple ones on my shelf in my movie collection, but I don't want to dip again into Nightmare for each individual fucking movie. I want another set. And if you do a Steelbook set, I'm definitely going to buy it. But don't just do them each individually after you've released so many Steelbooks. I can see if they said, hey, that Steelbook collected edition was a limited run. We're not doing anymore, but there will be separate Steelbooks for each individual film, regular releases of each individual film, and then another 4K collection that is just not a Steelbook, but we're going to throw in all the extras that were there with the Steelbook edition. It's not that fucking hard to do. You have people out there like me who are collectors who want this kind of shit. And then you actively keep us from getting it. Or you sell so many to a bunch of fucking scalpers out there who then turn around and go, oh, hey, this $120 set? Yeah, I want $500 for it. Oh, it's so fucking dumb. They also only did 2 new special features and just ported over everything else from the past. I'm like, if you can't even get anything new, what's the point? I mean, yeah, at this point we know everything about it, but maybe there are people you haven't talked to, or maybe there's some information we hadn't got yet. I mean, I highly doubt there's any new information, but maybe you get in touch. Maybe you get like all the directors that are still around that you can, and you just have a roundtable conversation about their experiences working on the franchise and what they thought about Freddy and this and that. Do something. Let's see, between WB and Elm Street and Paramount, still not doing this. Yeah, I know people are clamoring for the 4K of the Friday the 13th. I get it. I don't know if we'll ever see it, considering the rights issues in that. The fact that Scream Factory was able to do a Blu-ray release of the entire run of Friday the 13th films was fucking incredible as it is. And that's why I jumped at the chance to get that set. And truth be told, Scream Factory actually sent me 2 of them. One was by accident, I didn't get charged, so I turned around and sold that shit at the same price it was available for. I did not raise the price on anybody. I just rounded up to even out what it would be with tax and sold it to somebody, and I made my money back on the set that I purchased. So I'm not going to try and dupe somebody. I'm not some asshole who's going to buy a Switch 2 for $450, and then when the stores don't have any, or somebody's desperate to try and find one, but their local store doesn't have it, I'm gonna be like, oh well, I've got one, so if you give me $1,500, I'll sell it to you. I'm not that asshole. Paramount blames fans for not buying their Paramount Scream sets. It won't put out separate. You know what the issue is with Paramount stuff that they put out? They didn't do anything good with them, and they never promoted that they were doing it. You know what I mean? Like, Paramount is bad at promoting anything they do. And then they complain, well, nobody bought it, so why should we do it? You just don't pay attention to what people want. That's the biggest thing, is none of these places pay attention. Like, okay, Criterion has their own like preservation of film thing they got going on, right? But like Arrow listens to what people want. Vinegar Syndrome listens to what people want. Scream Factory, Shout Factory listens to what people want. Synapse listens to what people want. These boutique labels are the only ones out there going, hey, they want this. Why aren't you? And then these houses are like, but they haven't told us they want it, so maybe not. And they didn't buy our series that we put out and never promoted. It was at Walmart. Nobody ever bought it. Shut the fuck up. Got a message for Paramount. Don't call it a mystery. I'm disappointed when Sweeney Todd underperforms in Paramount. Scared. Dude, I swear, Paramount are a bunch of tryhards, but they don't try hard. Try hard. Does that make sense? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Like, they want you to believe they're trying hard and but they don't put any effort in. Like, I saw some of those Paramount scares things. I was like, what the fuck is it? What? Why? To me, it seemed like they were trying to package a bunch of shit together to try and make money. They're ashamed of Jason, but they milk that to the max. And that's what's so funny is Frank Mancuso Jr. used to go to bat for these things and keep trying to get more made. But the execs were like, we're not sure. We're not sure. We don't like this. And then he's like, hey, here's the box office. And they went, we'll reluctantly give you money for another sequel. So it's like they reap the benefits, but we're like, oh, we don't like that Jason Voorhees. Those Friday the 13th films are garbage, but we'll gladly take the money from them. I'll gladly buy a fourth house with that fucking money. Fuck Paramount. Bunch of fucking assholes, man. Hoping Arrow buys the rights away from Paramount this Friday the 13th, March 2 through 8 on 4K. Yeah. That would be pretty impressive. That would be pretty impressive if they could do that. I have the only Arrow release I have is The Last Starfighter, and holy shit, that is beautiful. It's only the Blu-ray release because I don't have a 4K player. I'm not someone that needs 4K. Okay, just like for gaming, I'm not someone who games in 4K. I game in 1080p right now. Eventually, I'll upgrade my monitors to 1440p. That's as far as I'm going to go. Nobody needs to game in 4K. I think, yeah, it's nice to watch movies in 4K. I'll eventually get there, but I also still appreciate the Blu-ray format. And I'm not buying Blu-rays. I'm like, it's the best format there is. It's the clearest there is. No, obviously 4K is going to look better if it can be restored properly. When I buy these things, it's not about the it's 50% the quality of the movie that's going to be there, and it's 50% what are the features coming, especially from things like Arrow and Synapse and Vinegar Syndrome and Scream Factory. God, Arrow is so good, they're pretty much number one boutique label now since Shout Factory is selling through Groove. Yeah, I don't understand what Shout Factory is doing selling through Groove. I've never heard of Groove. It's like, are they having a hard time with stuff? Is it just something where they're like, we don't want to have to maintain our own site anymore? I mean, to be fair, any of the Shout Factory stuff I've bought anyway, I've always purchased through other sites, like Amazon or Best Buy. I'd find them there, like the Halloween set. That Scream Factory collector's edition, not the ultimate one, but I found that at Best Buy and got it. My copy of the Funhouse that was purchased off of Amazon. The only thing I bought direct from Shout Factory was one of the Vincent Price collections they did and the Friday the 13th Ultimate Collector's Edition box set with the lithographs and all that. What are you saying here, Trick? Shout Factory shut down their website and is only going through Groove, which is, it doesn't, I don't understand it though. It doesn't like, has anyone heard of Groove before this? I have no idea what Groove was. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I got the email from Shout Factory. I'm on their mailing list. And I was like, did somebody hack them? Because I don't know what Groove is. Yeah, see, you got your Friday the 13th set through Amazon. There are places to go other than Shout Factories. Well, when you could go to their website since they shut it down. They laid off almost everyone from Shout Factory. I'd heard of Groove, but never bought from there. Like that's my thing. It's just expecting people to just switch over. I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't just keep your website and then say, "Hey, all sales will be handled by Groove." So when you go, you could look at the library, but then when you click the link to purchase, it'll take you to Groove. You know, maybe it's too complicated, and they're like, "We can't pay all that. We got to lay off people." Which, man, anybody losing their jobs, that sucks. They're selling that Friday the 13th box set at Walmart for like $130 now. Yeah. I think when I got it, it was like $130 for the ultimate. So and they only do so many of those sets. So when they're like, hey, we're done, we can't publish anymore, they're done. That's it. Especially if they only had the rights for so long. They can't just keep creating it because they had to get, you know, they had to clear that they were able to do it. Oh my god. It's anyway. Man, I've been talking for like 40 minutes of just bullshit. Let's see. What worries me is Day of the Dead was being pre-ordered through Screen Factory and now no one knows what's going on. Oh man. Like honestly, I don't know why at least the first 3 Romero films aren't all Criterion at this point. I don't know if they are. I haven't looked. Actually, I probably should before I go spouting off that they're not. I know Night is for sure. So let's see. Hear me clicking away on my keyboard. Okay, so Dawn of the Dead is not in the Criterion collection. Like I said, I know for a fact Night is because I want to get it. Okay, so Day of the Dead is available on the Criterion channel, but it doesn't have a standalone Criterion release. I myself think if they've done Night, they should also do Dawn and Day. Land, Survival, Diary don't necessarily need it. But I think those first 3 all should be Criterion because they were all just they all had their moment, even though Day was like the least financially successful of the 3. I hold Day in high regard. It's actually my favorite of that original trilogy. I love Night. I love Dawn. I have nostalgia for Day. I saw it way too young. At 2 o'clock in the morning, it was the scene of Rhodes getting himself ripped in half by the zombies, yelling choke on him. It has forever been burned into my brain. So, yeah. Let's see here. Sometimes a good random string can be fun. Thank you for doing this. Dawn of the Dead is. Did someone say Neon Rights refuses to negotiate? Yeah, I can see that. I kick myself every day because I used to own a Dawn of the Dead collective set, and I'm gonna see if I can find the set so I can share an image with you guys. Oh, I found it. So hang on. Yeah, I used to own this box set that had all the cuts of the film, and I kick myself every fucking day for getting rid of it. And I had it in an Amazon wish list for a long time and was waiting to pull the trigger. And I saw that it had gone on sale and was marked down. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab it. And then I went back to get it, and it was like, see buying options, or this isn't currently available. It's like, you motherfuckers. Like, I want, yeah, it was only a DVD set, but it was everything, and that wasn't anything that had been done up to that point. I can't even tell you who released it at this point. So let me see. I'm going to, I don't really want to bring this up. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Oh my god, share screen. Uh, so here is, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. Nope, it's this one. So yeah, if you can see, this is the set that I had, the Ultimate Edition. Here's the in the back and all that. The slipcover was cool, that black and red. That's this here, the way the lettering is, the slanted lettering and the red and black is kind of why I did the Skewered Universe podcast logo the way it is. Why I adjusted things and kind of made it to mimic this, because this has been burned into my head as well. When I this box set, and there was a not Friday the 13th, a Nightmare on Elm Street box set that was released way back in the day. It was like a bronze and black box, if anyone remembers that. Actually, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. You know what? We're doing this live on the air. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Nightmare Elm Street Box set DVD. Found it. So, once again, and I apologize that I'm just showing Amazon listings for this shit. It's the easiest way. It's the easiest way, really. So I share my screen. And yeah, so this was the box set I had. This was the one I had, and I sold it, just like I did with that Dawn of the Dead set. And again, yeah, I own them all on Blu-ray. I have them all digitally, but this set had so much going for it that I kind of wish this was the inspiration for the new set they released. That they would go with another thing like this, just 4K Blu-ray digital editions of everything. Not everything has to be a steel book, but I get it. Capitalism, they want more fucking money. Uh, can you tell? Can you tell I'm angry? So let's see. Is this the guy who owns it was part of Submariner and says it's his rights whenever someone tries to negotiate, he ups the price. Dude, yeah, it's a dick move. It's really a dick move. And then people go, okay, we'll match your price. He goes, nope, it's higher now. It's like, shut the fuck up. Okay. We've only had a couple releases. I mean, yeah, I own Dawn on Blu-ray, but it's only, I believe the only cut on it is fuck. I think it's only the US theatrical. There's nothing else. I think I own it on Blu-ray. Shit, maybe I don't. Fuck, I can't even remember, and I'm not going to go to my shelf to look. It's, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Fangoria advertising it. I think it was like I can get it later. Like, well, yeah. Uh, mm, you can find Elm Street DVD box set pretty cheap on Amazon. That's good. I mean, I'm not going to go buy it as much as I'm kicking myself for selling the one I had. It was just there was a time where I thought, oh, I don't need to hold on to this media, and I actually need gas money in between paydays, so I'll sell off some of my movies. And I kick myself every fucking day for doing it. I don't kick. Okay, this is gonna piss some people off. I don't kick myself for getting rid of my VHS collection because it was very cumbersome, and I don't have a VCR. But yeah, I do kick myself for getting rid of some of those DVDs I had. Because I had some. That box set. Both box sets, The Nightmare and The Dawn of the Dead. I really wish I had them. I'm at the age where I'm not going looking for slip covers unless. There was a time, if you remember when DVDs came with slip covers, like almost every one of them. I keep all those slip covers. When a movie comes with it, I keep it on there because that's part of it. I got rid of a bunch of those slip covers off of DVDs I had and a few Blu-rays that I still have, and I kind of hate the fact that I threw them out. I really hate the fact that I threw them out because now I'm like, fuck, that was part of the packaging. That was part of the entire thing. That wasn't just some 2 cents of cardboard they slipped on there with just somebody writing in Sharpie what it was. It's mm, mm. Freddy's Nightmares on Tubi. I'm like, well, let's go get a DVD set in case it gets pulled. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when I used to watch Lucha Underground on the El Rey network, they would run uh Freddy's Nightmares as well for a while. So I was putting them on DVR to go back and watch them at a later date. And it as soon as I was like, okay, I got it set, it only recorded 2 because then they were just gone. They had stopped showing them. I was like, well, fuck me. All right. That's my first time Risk Architect. That's funny because I don't remember anyone I saw in Freddy's Nightmares. And then when I find out they were on it later, I'm like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, Lori Petty, she was in Freddy's Nightmares. And then the list goes on and on and on. And then you see like the ties between Freddy's Nightmares and the Friday the 13th franchise. You had Lar Park Lincoln in an episode of Freddy's Nightmares, who's also in Friday Part 7. Rest in peace. She's dead now too. Fuck. Anyway, you know what? I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. It's been a good bullshit session, just sitting here, chatting with Trichopedia. I hope you guys had fun watching. I know it's just a breather week in between. I actually didn't think I was gonna go on for this long, but we got some interesting stuff here. Remember to go check out talesfromthepodcast.com. You can find links to all of our stuff, the Patreon to support us, copies of Tales of Shock and Terror Volume 1. I believe they are still up. They may no longer, they might not be there very soon because they might be taken to be sold at shows with Volume 2. I can't speak fully to that, but if you want a copy of the first one, go to the website and see if it's there. You can also get the video game, Tales from the Podcast, the fucking video game. It's a lot of fun. Hey, no problem. No problem, man. I'm just glad to get on here and do something. And thank you for joining in. Basically, it was you and I tonight, Trichopedia, so that was fun. As far as me, you can check out the Skewered Universe podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also you can get the information at talesofthepodcast.com. Or if you don't want to go there, you can go to skeweredhead.com. You can find all the links to our socials. If you look up the Linktree information, you can find a link to our Skewered Universe Patreon where you get transmissions episodes, audio commentary tracks. There's only one there right now, but life kind of gets in the way sometimes. And yeah, we're going to be doing more. But yeah, support what we do here, support what I do at Skewered Universe. Again, to everyone that donated to the Tales of Shock and Terror Volume 2 Kickstarter to get their stuff. Thank you for doing that. That's a huge thing. It is now funded, and like I said, and then some. So you're going to be seeing that soon if you back the project. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great time. I know here in California, it is raining. It's been raining pretty much all day, which I am okay with. We can stand to have the rain after the fucking crazy hot weather we've been having. It's insane. But yeah, we'll be back next week with more Are You Afraid of the Dark shit. And until then, just don't sit on any splintery wooden dildos. I really don't know, man. I don't know how to sign off. Not gonna use my Skewered Universe sign off because that's not this show, but yeah. You guys take care and we'll see you all next week.
Shut your fucking face. Shut your fucking face.
I didn't know that was gonna loop back.
And just like that, he was about to end the show and kept hitting buttons, playing sounds, playing music, not knowing what he was doing.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'm out of here. Thanks again to everybody who was watching. Thanks, Trichopedia. Basically had a conversation with you. That was awesome. Thanks for giving me some knowledge about stuff I didn't know. And fuck the Weinsteins, fuck Lionsgate, buy our game. Thanks for supporting the Kickstarter, and we will see you next week.